Hello everyone, welcome to Gogetmyguru. In this session, let's discuss about Boolean data type. So what is this Boolean data type? Anybody have any idea? Any guesses? Okay, let me tell you. Boolean has only two values, that is true or false. So now let's check the type of this Boolean. How can we check the type? Using type function. So let's say type of I'll print true. Now let's run this and check. So here you can see that we have got name error. True is not defined. Why is it so? I have defined true. Why I am getting true is not defined? Let us go back to code. So here, let me make a simple change. I'll give. So now let us run this and check. So here you can see that we have got class bool. So type of true is class boolean. I hope you understood what mistake we have done initially. So remember, whenever you give true, always T should be capitalized. So Python accepts only true if the true is capitalized. That is, first letter of true is capital letter. It will not accept small t there. Let's check with print type and then let's say false. Okay. Now let's run this and check. So again name error. False is not defined. So the condition in Python is true or false should be capitalized. Now that we know, Python provides inbuilt data type, that is Boolean. So Boolean can have either true or false value. So now where we will use these values, where this Boolean comes into picture. So application of Boolean. Anyone? Any guesses? Any idea? Just think. So any answers? Okay. Have a look at this picture. So what you are observing here, we have two persons named Ram and Sham, and here you can see that we have ages of those two persons, Ram and Sham. So here when I want to compare ages of Ram and Sham, Boolean data types comes into picture. So if I want to compare whether Ram is elder or Sham is elder, I can make use of this Boolean data type. So Boolean data type is mainly used with comparison operations. It is mostly used with if conditions. Let's go back to VS Code and check how we can implement this. So what was Ram age? Let's say Ram underscore age is equal to, we had 32. Let's say Sham underscore age is equal to 28. So now let's do comparison operation here. Print Ram age less than Sham age. Next, let us take one more print. Ram age greater than Sham age. And next we will take compare print Ram age is equal to Sham age. So now run this and check. Before that, let me comment this. So now let's run. So here you can see that we are getting false. This is for Ram age is less than Sham age. True, Ram age is greater than Sham age. False, we are checking equality of age. So all of you understood where we will use this Boolean functions and Boolean data type. Okay, so now that we know where to use, can we convert other data types to Boolean? Yes, of course, to Boolean. So how? How can we convert? Just think. Give work to your mind. Just think. So, yes, we can do that by using Boolean function. Let's understand this with examples. So let's have a look at this diagram. So what you can see here, username is Ram. So this Ram is nothing but string here. Ram age is 32. This is nothing but integer here. Sham age is 28. This is nothing but integer. So when my Boolean function returns, value says true and value says false. Let's understand. So here username I am giving as Ram. So for username it is returning true. For Ram's age it is returning true. And if you go and check here, if I give Boolean and integer value as 0, what Boolean function will return? It will return false. So if I give a data type as none, it will return again a false. So what you can make out from this? Let's understand in detail with coding. Let's go back to Visual Studio Code. So now let's give Boolean and then give a RAM. Let's print this. So print this. Let's run this and check what we will get. So let me comment all these first so that you won't get confused. So now let's print this. So here you can see that we have got true. So the string value is converted into Boolean value. Now let's say print and then I'll give Boolean. I'll give a string here, but will not assign any value to this string. Let's check this. What happens? So here you can see that we have got false. So why is it so? So from this output you can make out that when I am giving any values to string, it is Boolean function is returning as true. If the string is empty, Boolean is returning as false. So now comment this one. This is for string to Boolean. Now let us check for integer. Let's say we'll take print Boolean, we'll take RAM age. So now let's run this. So here you can see that we have got true. So before that, let's comment these two. So this was for integer to Boolean. Now let's check for list. So let's create list first. Cricket underscore list kit. So what we'll have in cricket kit? Let's say ball. I'll take only 2 elements. Let's say bat. So now let's try to convert this cricket list to Boolean. Let's say print Boolean and then give list name, that is cricket kit. So let me comment this. Now let's run this. So here you can see that we have got true value. Now let me make little modification here. Let's pass this empty list. Now let us check what we will get. So here you can see that instead of true we got false. Why? Why is it so? Because we are passing an empty list. So Python cannot accept empty list as true. There should be element in list. Then only it will return true value. So what we can infer from this? Whenever we provide empty value, that is, let it be a string, let it be list, dictionary, tuple. So whenever it is empty, Boolean function is returning false value. Whenever we provide a value to these, either string, list or tuple, Boolean function is returning true. Now that we know whenever we use evaluation expressions, so Boolean function will return either true or false. So mostly Boolean functions are used with if condition. Code here to check this. So we'll take the same Ram's age and Sam's age. So we will take the same Ram's age and Sham's age. So now let us check if we'll give Ram's age is greater than Sham's age. Let's say Sham's age. So what we have to do? We'll give print, let's say Ram, print Ram is elder. So next we have to say, let's print Ram is younger. So what I am doing here, I am taking Ram's age and Sham's age. We are comparing here. So when we compare this, we have seen initially that when we compare this, value returned will be a Boolean value. So if it is true, that is, if we get a value as true, then Ram is elder printed. If we get a false value, Ram is younger, it will be printed. So now let's run this and check what we will get. So here you can see that Ram is elder because we have defined Ram age as 32. I hope now all of you have got idea where exactly we use these Boolean functions. So the key takeaways of today's session are, first we have discussed about Boolean data types. So what is this Boolean data type? Boolean data type is a Python inbuilt data type which either have true or false as its value. So next we saw about application of Boolean data type. So where these Boolean data types comes into picture. Boolean data types can be used to evaluate expressions. Next we saw about Boolean function, that is bool. Using this function, we saw how to convert other data types into Boolean. And in the last we saw about Boolean function implementation. So we have taken an example of comparing ages. We used if statement. So if the age is true, age is greater than, if Boolean functions returns true, print this, or else if Boolean function returns false, print another statement. So I hope all of you are clear with all the concepts of Boolean data type. We'll see you again in the next session. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive updates for further videos.